What's happening, fam? Welcome back to the channel. Hope everybody's doing well. So this is part 2 of that original Subispeed V2 Redline video that I put out. This is part 2. Remember, as I told you, the signals were hyperflashing, and I got 2 ways to help you guys fix that. So one, I picked up, so in case you don't know, obviously I took out the original flasher from Subaru. I put in Subispeed's aftermarket flasher in. It didn't work. I wrote to Subispeed. They sent me another flasher. Now remember, they're sending, you know, the cheapest flashers, and that flasher did not work as well. And so what I did was I did my own research, and I took a chance on this product from Amazon. This is this bad boy right here. It's from a company called Duel. This flasher is pretty cool, and I'll show you why. It actually has this volume button on it, and what that does is it increases or decreases the resistance. So not only you can get your lights to speed up, you can get it to slow down, and I mean real slow, if you know what I'm talking about. It's pretty cool. So guys, to take this off, I partially have it taken off already. Take a pry tool, pry this off right here. Okay, and you get this bad boy off, you put it to the side. There's a Phillips head screw right here, it's on the ground, okay? And then you could be able to pull this entire piece apart. I'm gonna show you. Just gotta take it easy because I got a lot of wires here. I got a lot of wires here for a lot of switches and whatnot. So the flasher aftermarket OEM, this is it right here that I'm touching, okay? So now that is the second aftermarket flasher, okay? So the first way I'm gonna show you to fix this is with this Duel flasher right here. This one has the volume button, and the second way I'm gonna show you is with this piece right here. But I'm just gonna show you this first. I just wanna make it super quick and super easy. This right here, guys, you can pick this up at any auto parts store. This will probably cost you a couple dollars, and I mean a couple dollars. Maybe $10 or whatever. You can get on eBay, Amazon, or your local auto parts store. You could probably get 4 of these for like 10 bucks or whatever the case might be. This is a 6 ohm 12 volt resistor. So what this does is essentially what this does. This right here, this gets hot because it eats up a lot of the voltage that's going to the LED lights. Remember, the LED lights, it's taking less voltage to do the same amount of work. That's how the LEDs work. That's why sometimes just by changing a brake light or a tail light into a LED bulb, the car is sending out the same 12 volts to that light, but it actually thinks that there is no bulb there because the bulb takes such little voltage to do the same amount of work a halogen does, if you get what I want to show you. I ran a quick mock-up, and let me show you how easy this works. So the resistor comes like this, and it has 2 wires on the end of it. One wire, what you're going to be doing, one wire is going to be connecting to the turn signal, and then one to a ground, okay? And once you connect that, it should work fine. So let me show you that real quick. All right, guys, so what you're gonna need for this, you're gonna need some male and female taps. I'll list that in the description as well. So what I did was I found the yellow wire. Guys, you can refer to my previous video. You'll see all the wires and what they do. This is the yellow signal wire right here. So you clamp on the female version of the tap right here, okay? You plug one end of the resistor into it like so, okay? Now this is not going to be permanent because I want to use the flasher, so I'm just showing you how to run this up in case you have this or you don't have an Amazon account or whatever the case might be. I just want to show you this really quick, but this is not going to be my permanent method. I just want to show you that you have 2 alternatives and it works, okay? Now what I did was I hooked up my tester on the positive terminal off my battery, and this is how you're going to know if you have a good ground. If you hook it up to the positive terminal of your battery and you touch something that's if you think it's a good ground and your tester lights up, that is a good ground. Notice the tester didn't light up on this piece of metal right here, but it's lighting up on these bolts. So now what you're gonna do is, well, what I'm doing, I just want to show you that this shit works. I'm gonna take the other end of the resistor. Let me turn on the car real quick. I'm gonna turn on the signal. You can see right here that the signal is hyper flashing. Now watch when I touch this to the ground. See that? It works. Hyper flash. Now it works. So all you got to do is tap into a ground wire on the harness and problem solved. Watch, I'll show you again. So one end is attached to the signal wire. As soon as I touch the ground, and that is it. And then what you can do, guys, for the guys with the Subis, down to the bottom right here, you see that flat piece of metal down there? You can put some 3M tape on this, stick it over there. Because what you want to do is you don't want to have this pretty much next to your harnesses or anything. Now, I'm not saying that you're using your signals a lot, but what happens is this gets a little warm to hot depending on what you have, the type of current you have running through it. It can get pretty hot. So you can just stick it down there on that flat piece of metal right there, run your wires properly and call it a day. But I just want to show you, watch this when I touch the ground. Yeah, so guess what? Shit works. Let's get on with the second portion of this. Okay guys, so I'm using a little light right here. It's getting a little bit dark, and I installed the aftermarket flasher right here from Duell. Now the volume button, I tried to expose it, and I want to show you how it works. So I'm gonna turn on the signal, and look, you can hear the cadence of it. Tick, 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 tick. So guess what? It's working. It is working fine. Okay, now watch this as I turn it up. Look at the speed of it. I could turn it up faster. I could turn it to hyper flash, or I could turn it down slow. So you can leave this, watch how slow it is on what I'm trying to show you. You can leave this just like that. Look at that. It's pretty damn cool. Let me turn these lights off. And all the signals blink like that. All the signals. Whatever cadence you turn it on, that's what it does. It's crazy. So I'm gonna have it at the regular rhythm. Let me just turn it up real quick. Just adjust it at the flick of a volume button, man. Right there, that should be good. So all the signals are working together. That's it. So guys, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment. Everything is going to be in the description. So as I showed you before, you can run the sequentials where you can do it old school where you're tapping into using a resistor, or you can use this one from Duell that I found. And guys, both of them are a cheap option. I think after tax, this cost me about $13. This freaking module, this flasher cost me about 13 bucks. And I got that shit in a day. I actually got it next day from Amazon. I have Prime, so certain things can come next day. But guys, look, the other side, same cadence. So you could speed this up, slow it down, however you want to. All right, guys, that's my time. Guys, you know what to do. As I said, like, subscribe, comment. Everything is going to be in the description. Glad I could help. And sometimes you just got to do the research yourself. Unfortunately, you know, twice Subispeed sent me a shitty flasher. So it is what it is at that point. All right, maybe they should send better flashers in their packages. As much money as you're paying for these goddamn lights, I think that a better flasher should be sent out, so we're not wasting time and money. You get what I'm saying? Although the flash is sent it for free, it's still a time-wasting process. You know what I'm saying? Especially the sequential function in these lights is probably one of the dopest functions besides the vertical bars. But anyway, guys, that's my time. Talk to y'all soon. Take it easy.